Welcome back to Real Pro Stock. And Frank Guglielmo was absolutely shocked when I jumped around the corner with the camera, and that was his reaction. We're at Dragway 42. It's a private test session I had of a mole. I had a mole that was reporting back to the limo guy at large here, telling me there was going to be some private testing somewhere in Ohio a day or two before this event. So here I am. And that's Camry Caruso, future Real Pro Stock competitor. We all know who that is. That's champion, Real Pro Stock champion, Extreme Pro Stock champion Johnny Pluchino. Dragway 42, the low end is baffling these guys. So they're here to figure it out. The competition better get ready. These guys are doing some additional testing. And the pressure all morning has been to get to the track and get to the lanes and send it down to see what they got. And what's going on here? James Beatley. It's a Wednesday morning before the PDRA's DeCerbo Construction American Door Slammer Challenge, brought to you by Callies. But whenever you have a chance to film a pro mod, you do it. And James will appear this weekend on Boosted, and you saw the logo there for Nitro Sally. So we're debuting 2 brand new shows this year, and hopefully they'll be as successful as Real Pro Stock. James, thanks for letting us film you there. And back to Real Pro Stock. Thank you, everyone, for those that don't like the pro mods. Or Outlaw 632. Thanks for, enduring that. I appreciate that. Johnny Pluchino here. The champion has been baffled. They have struggled to hook up. The low end is really messing with them. So they're here testing. Hopefully they'll get it figured out. Actually, I know they'll get it figured out. Get through 3 gears and turn it off, Johnny. That's what John said to Johnny, and that's what he did. And an absolutely nice number on top of that. What? Camry pulls in to make her run, and it's going to pour right now. It's going to pour. You heard him. So they all pack up and head on up the road to Norwalk, and here we are, Summit Racing Equipment, Motorsports Park, Norwalk, Ohio. So excited to be here. My first time here. Wow. Check it off the bucket list. And, you've been waiting and putting that roof on a bucket list. Check it off with MOT Roofing in the northern Delaware area. Make sure you call on Edward and Lisa Poor. And also, if you need some financing for that job, make sure you contact my buddy David Brown, NMLS 453175. Make sure you contact him. People that are supporting me, thank you so much, you guys. And right back into the pits. Here we go. It's the DeCerbo all right, hold on a second. Let me get this right. It's PDRA. It's the DeCerbo Construction American Door Slammer Challenge, brought to you by Callies. And, by the way, that's why they call it testing. You work out the bugs, and so do I, in the test sessions. And hopefully by the second half hour, we will get you some quality announcing here. Or we may have to pay someone to come in here and take over the job for me. Whew. So all of the players are here. Well, most of them are here. Bill Neri, haven't seen him in a while. John DeFlorian, haven't seen him in a while. So, John Montecalvo is here. Why not? They're going to get right into it, so we're going to get right into it with Johnny Pluchino here in the left lane and Elijah Morton in the right lane. And Johnny's year has not been adding up, and I'm sure they're going to figure it out. And nice wheel standard from Elijah and a nice solid number right out of the truck. Oh yeah, here we go. These two guys are always tussling. Not seeing that red car. It's the flying meatball. It's Frank Gugliotta in the right lane, and we've got John DeFlorian in the left lane. So good to see John. Make sure you're heading over to the YouTube page, subscribing. We got a tour of Jerry Haas race cars, and John DeFlorian did such a fantastic job of doing that. Really appreciate that, John. And Frank coming off, headed towards the wall, and all of my media friends. So he came off, thank goodness. John Montecalvo here, the boss, the elder statesman. What's he gonna do, ride some boats with Lois Ann? Nope, he's gonna run a solid time. Nice time, John, right off the truck as well. So John DeFlorian, what happened there? Don't understand what happened there. Let's get some words from John.
Went up there to make the first run and had an oil leak, so they shut us off. So it was a short run, obviously, but we got to figure out what happened, what went wrong, and we'll jump in there and fix it and try to get back up there a little bit for another run. Just glad to be at the racetrack, and it's nice out, so let's go do some racing.
And right back into the pits to figure it out. The Pluchinos continue to work it.
We get out of the box, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Very good out of the box for you guys. And John Montecalvo coming back to the pits. And who's that guy? Didn't see him at Dragway 42. Didn't see him running that first test shot. We had the flying meatball out there. But it's the Summit Motorsports Park, summitmotorsportspark.com. Make sure you check it out. Great facility when you're visiting Ohio. Make sure you swing through Norwalk, Ohio. Check out the place. My good friends Edward and Lisa Poor, MOTRoofing.com. Thank you so much. And David Brown, once again, thank you. Anywhere in the nation, NMLS 453175. And the coffee's kicking in here, and so hopefully the quality of announcing will increase, which means I'm going to turn it over to Derek Beach. Derek, run with it, baby.
176 miles an hour.
And isn't Derek great? He's so awesome. Derek, it's great to have you back it's great to have you announcing the PDRA events, man. It's always good to see you at the track. MOT Roofing, once again, Northern Delaware, Greater Middletown area. You need a roof, motroofing.com. David Brown, anywhere in the nation, mortgage, thegreenvillegroup.com. Start the process there. Tell David I sent you. All right, here we go. Right back at it. And so we're going right into Q1. It is Thursday night, and the PDRA, with the threat of weather, has accelerated the schedule expertly. Tyler Crossnow and the whole team making some good decisions here to get this event off, and they are accelerating. Depressing the accelerator, making the good changes, standing up and providing the leadership that is needed to get this event off. So, Thursday night Q1, the field extremely flexible to make all of this happen. Thank you very much to all of the drivers. John DeFlorian with a really nice run there. Some really great times coming out of that guy. 4:06.8. Bill Neri struggling to get down the track. Dave Hughes in the right lane and Justin Kirk in the left lane with a perfectly executed synchronized burnout. Thank you guys for making my editing job that much easier. I really appreciate it. You guys rock. Justin Kirk walking around here with his chest out after winning that last event. Eddie Buck right there. Man, oh man. Cannot wait to chit-chat with those guys and put out some information that they want to provide to the world. That'll be a great interview. Cannot wait. All right, let's see what these guys have got. Come on now. Nice 4:08 with a 4, Justin. Way to go. JR Carr in the right lane, Elijah Morton in the left lane. All last year, JR Carr, I think he missed one time. Whoa now, hey now. Yes, let's get back right back to it. What was I talking about? JR Carr right there in the right lane, Elijah Morton in the left lane. Holy macaroni. It seems like JR Carr always qualifying number 1. Come on, JR. There he goes. 4:04 with an 8. JR Carr to the top. 180.26. Way to go, JR. Way to go, Frank. John Montecalvo left lane. Johnny Plucino right lane. Carr 111. Yeah. In the left lane there, John Montecalvo. Johnny Plucino, reigning champion, struggling to pick up his hookup with the track. Low end is baffling these guys. That test session went extremely well. It was a wonderful number. And a little more about that later. After a hard pull to the left, Johnny lays down a 4:06.1, 179. He wheeled it, and whoa, Montecalvo with a 4:05.8, putting him in the second place. Wow, Johnny. Wow. Stephen Boone, right lane, and also Chris Powers, left lane. Ooh. Chris Powers, Chris Powers, Chris Powers. 406.3 for Chris Powers, and the rains rolled in. The PDRA was right. Summit Motorsports, Summit Racing Equipment Motorsports Park, and PDRA making some good decisions there.
So y'all can go back now to what you were doing. I'm going to go over here and freeze.
Poor Roger Richards. It was cold, and my good buddy Corey, React 104, man, he's putting together a huge cinematic production of this event. Cannot wait to see it. And so now, rain delay, we get to catch up. Kyle, Nate, and Lizzie doing an interview. Then I got the chance to do an interview with Lizzie for Nitrous Alley. So Lizzie's so generous with her time. She's such a great person. So good to see her back here at PDRA Racing, Street Outlaws. She's got something going on with some kind of app at the App Store, Apple iStore. Go check her out. Go follow her. Go buy everything she's selling because she's amazing. And, oh, by the way, advertisers, make sure you get Lizzie on your team. She is ratings, pure ratings. Unbelievable. Thank you, Lizzie, for appearing. And back to Real Pro Stock. Once again, well, you know, they're moving towards it. And the Morton camp is moving towards it, too, in a facility that looks tighter than Fort Knox. Look at that. I couldn't even get in there. Chris Powers hanging out, getting it done. Chuck, working. Dave Hughes, working. Not what Dave was looking for out of Q1. But I'm sure that Dave will be, you know, moving in the right direction.
You know, we really struggled last year, and can't blame the car. You know, it was us. We just had our combination a little bit screwed up there. And Bobby's got everything back on track here. Went through the car. Basically, it's a box stock Haas car again. And the results are showing, you know, between Bobby, William, and JP out there. We got a good team here. We've been consulting together and carefully considering our changes, and you know, the results show. We're out there and with that 405. That's the best run we've made in probably a year or so. Quite frankly, I think what they should do is just run the junior dragsters today and run the bracket bash cars. If the wind dies down a little bit, run top sportsman, top dragster, reduce those fields down, and then tomorrow's supposed to be a beautiful day. That would be my plan. You know, I'd run the pros tomorrow. You know, reduce the fields, get rid of the junior dragsters and the bracket cars, let those poor people go home instead of dragging everybody here and sticking around all this while. But, you know, hey, it's not my organization. So how do I feel? Right now I feel it's too windy and I feel it's too cold. But I guess we'll see what the day brings later on.
Thank you for that, John Montecalvo. Let's head over to John DeFlorian and see what he has to say.
All right, guys, here we are. We got a rain day yesterday. We got through it. Today is cold and overcast and gray, but it looks like we're going to race. So it could be pretty cool out there. We ought to see some pretty good numbers. Ought to be a lot of fun. We just need the wind to die down. It's a little bit windy, but if everything goes well, we'll get this qualifying session, and then we're looking like we're going to go in the first round of elimination. So we're ready to rock and roll. Let's go do some racing, man. Yes.
Thank you, John. Really appreciate that. You're the man. You are the man. Yes, and on this weekend, support your heroes like every other day. Yes, and take a couple minutes this Memorial Day weekend to reflect on those that made the ultimate sacrifice for this country and never forget. Well, it looks like Bill Neary is not running this one. We got a single pass by Elijah Morton. And it just gets better and better for Elijah. Good job, guys. Kirk in the right lane here on a single pass, looks like. And it sure does. Dave Hughes, no show. Neary had to push back, couldn't get the car fired. So they pulled off to the side there, heading back to the pits. Let's see how Kirk is doing here. Not too shabby in the first round. And he'll have to stick with that 4084 he got in the first round. This one's not good enough for anything, and what a shot, right? Isn't that great to see the Mountain Motor Pro Stock guys there? Summit Motorsports Park, thank you, PDRA. Yeah, what a beautiful facility here. Thank you, PDRA, for bringing me in here. And thank you to all of the Extreme Pro Stock competitors for putting up with me hanging around. And you also, all the boosted into boosted pits and also Nitrous Alley. Thank you so much, and we're expanding. And those sister shows are coming. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, The Limo Guy at Large. Looks like 2 solid runs here. And they are 405 for DeFloyan, right lane, 409 for Boone in the left. Chris Powers there with a really badass burnout. Same thing for Johnny Placino always. Johnny's got a system, man, if you've noticed. He stays on his time, and Chris was able to push him out of his comfort zone there in that last race at Callies, the last race I was at. A little burn down with Chris. Oh, nice 405, 407 for Chris Powers, 405 for Johnny. Elder Statesman versus Elder Statesman. Monte Calvo in the right lane. JR Carr in the left lane. JR. Whoa. Dominance continues over in the JR Carr pit. Frank Gugliotta doing the engine work. The power's there. Macaroni. At the end of Q2, we've got JR Carr on top, Johnny Placino, John DeFloyan, John Montecalvo, and Chris Powers rounding out the top 5. And it's the Summit Motorsports Park, Summit Racing Equipment Motorsports Park in Norwalk, Ohio. It's the PDRA. It's the DeCerbo Construction American Door Slammer Challenge, brought to you by Callies. And yes, it was going to improve. And if you need to improve your roof, MOTRoofing.com in Northern Delaware. To finance it, we've got David Brown, WSFS Mortgage, NMLS 453175. Contact my buddy Dave if you need some help.
Hey, Sam Smith, it's Johnny Placino, reigning Extreme Pro Stock World Championship. I'm here with Real Pro Stock. Come on out to our event.
Sam, you suck for not being here.
Yeah. Isn't this kind of like, I won't say near him, but isn't it kind of like over his way?
It's one of the closest events
Yeah.
to Minot, North Dakota.
North Dakota.
Yes.
And you're not here. What a dude.
Sam, I'm sorry they were so mean to you. Man. Go easy on my buddy Sam. Slamming Sam Smith, Outlaw Performance, ENT. Go follow him. He's also co-host with Lee Kraft there. And Lee Kraft and Sam Smith, they co-host the Competition Plus Power Hour. So go find that. It is awesome. They're doing such a great job. Bobby Bennett. Hey, Bobby. Bobby, you want to hire me too? Bobby, I need a job, Bobby. All right, listen. Back to the Summit Motorsports Park here with Real Pro Stock. Powers moving on. Justin Kirk going home. Round one of eliminations here at the Summit Racing Equipment Motorsports Park here in Norwalk, Ohio. The PDRA's DeCerbo Construction American Door Slammer Challenge brought to you by Callies, and it is getting better. And let's see how this round goes here. John Montecalvo in the right lane, and we've got Elijah Morton in the left lane. First round of eliminations, these two guys are what? Not doing it. They are burning down, and Kyle Lang is about to get out a cigar and burn it down right after he gets them to run. They are not doing it. Who is coming in and a little more forceful? Kyle is encouraging the competitors to stage. Let's go. And they are not listening. Who will go in first? Montecalvo, the older statesman, ends the chagrinery. John comes off, and Elijah Morton's moving on, 417, 176.67. Good job, guys. Moving on, moving on. And we have a no-show. Stephen Boone, no-show, single run. John DeFlorian here. Something's up with Stephen Boone. Uh-oh. How about that? That was kind of cool, huh? Cat's eyes. In the fog. In the smoke. And oh boy, Stephen Boone, if it was something that they could have done, he just blew the tires off. Missed opportunity maybe for Stephen Boone. Oh my. John DeFlorian moving on. And another perfectly synchronized burnout. Thank you so much, Dave Hughes, right lane. Johnny Pluchino, left lane. Here we go. It's never easy for Johnny. Everybody's always gunning for the champion, and Dave Hughes seems to be getting closer and closer with every competition run with this guy here. Holy mackerel. Most improved driver in 2020. Dave, let's go. Here we go. Johnny, can he hook up? That's the question. We shall see. Let's see what happens here next. Ooh. No rush on anyone's part, huh? Johnny Pluchino moving on with another nice number. It seems they've figured it out. Congratulations, guys. Good job is right. From John to Johnny. Good job. Moving on, moving on. Bill Neri in the left lane up against J.R. Carr in the right lane, and I promised myself I would not say David versus Goliath. Well, I guess hey now. Okay. This should be an interesting matchup. And what's Bill doing? Pushing the issue. Holy macaroni. Bill Neri moving on. Holy mackerel. And as you can see, there's way too much content for a half-hour show, so we're going to have to go to a second half-hour show. Thank you for watching. Tune into the YouTube channel for the B-side of this record. Holy mackerel, it's still coming. Real Pro Stock.